Greetings, everyone. How y'all doing? Where's my best light? Here it is. How are you doing today? Good morning. Good morning. How's everybody doing today? All right. I am short on time today, but I wanted to come in before the day really gets started to have a conversation about what's going on today. Hey, B. How you doing, darling? um, this is the Master Nodal class. And I saw yesterday that there are so many women and people, Black people, teaching classes on TikTok. Like they're having TikTok University. And that just makes my heart like, oh my God. Because I do astrology, I have been preparing for this time on the planet in America all my life. All my life. Like, I am home now. I am home. I'm home with all the chaos. I'm home with all the uncertainty. I feel completely in my fucking lane. And I know that we can all do this. I know that we all have what it takes to shift from one way of being and into another. It's very exciting. And to see what's happening, like, people coming and teaching stuff for free. I started doing that a few months ago with the Mercury retrograde class. And that was my thing. Like, we've got to break the barrier. We can't gatekeep information, because if we're all gonna thrive, like, the gatekeeping is what keeps us restricted. And so it's changing. Yay! I'm so excited. I'm so excited. So today, the moon is in Sagittarius, and Sagittarius is enthusiasm. It's ruled by Jupiter. And remember, we're following the moon because the moon reflects the light of the sun. And the nodes, wherever the nodes are, is where we're going to be having the eclipses for the next 18 months. So we will be having the eclipses in Virgo and Pisces. And every month, the moon goes through every sign. You'll notice that. So today, the moon is in Sag. Next month, the moon will be in Sag. For the next 18 months, every month, right? So every month, we're building. We're literally building, right? So the sun is in Aquarius. And while the sun is in Aquarius, the moon is in Sagittarius. That is happening today. And Aquarius is the energy of freedom. It's the energy of rebellion. It's the energy of independence. It's the energy of revolution from the inside. And the thing about Aquarius is that what I see, in my experiences with Aquarius and in my own Aquarius placement, is that it's the future. That's the revolution. The revolution is that you are not confined by the old agreements and the old ways of being. You are accessing a future self from within you. And that is the revolution. like Aquarians generally are, the people who stand out, the people who are not confined by the old ideas that most people are. And it's the alien. And the alien is the thing about yourself that is unique, that no one else has access to, and that you are able to live into that thing, that you don't suppress that uniqueness, that individuality. You allow yourself to be it. And that takes something, you know what I mean? There is a power that comes from being able to be true to yourself. And Aquarius is that. So wherever you have Uranus in your chart and Aquarius in your chart, go check out your charts, your natal charts. And if you've not done a natal chart reading with me or someone else, go to my website at healwithmoonmama.com, and you can book your natal chart reading so you can understand how all these energies are working in you. For those of you who are listening to this video on TikTok or YouTube, go to my Instagram page, and I have a post that talks about each sign and how it is imprinted in our brain. For those of you who've done readings with me, I don't talk about this a lot in my readings, but your brain is the map of your natal chart in the cosmos. Like, so whatever time you were born, that's imprinted in your brain. And the code is imprinted in your brain. And so if you can go look at the the post that I made on my Instagram page, I think I'll post it on TikTok also, but it talks about how the brain and the nerves are really programming you. These are the planets, the energies within us. And that's the why we are doing this work, because as we relate to these energies within us, we can shake off the old way of being, the old constructs around capitalism, externalizing our power, looking for the approval of others, needing, to fit into these sort of systems and structures that were designed to captivate us and put us under a spell. Systems like the religious systems, government systems, food, all these systems, medical systems that have us thinking it's out there and not in here first, and so because there really is nothing out there except the stuff we've created from in here. There's nothing out there except the stuff that we've created from in here, right? So we are going in here so that we can create some new stuff out there. Yay! Okay, so Sagittarius rules the hips, and it's really important that the embodiment piece is everything, right? So hips. So if you are here with me, you can just, we're going to do a little, because this is in the body, and Sagittarius rules the hips and the thighs and the quads. And so I have been doing a lot of, like, let me see if I have been doing a lot of, I gotta have my music, y'all, but coming all the way down in squats, because this strengthens the hips, because you gotta bend, and the quads. And just, all you have to do is really make a relationship with your body, a loving relationship, a gentle relationship with your body. And in doing so, so now we're just circling the hips. In doing so, in making a relationship with your body, you want to get your energy in your body and not in your head, right? So many of us are in our heads, and that's when you hear people saying women are so masculine, because we're in our heads. We're not in our bodies. We're not in our feelings. We're not in our sensations. And as the feminine, we're here to be in our feelings. We're here to be dominated by what we feel, at least to honor it, because it's alchemy has to come through the body. You have to feel it. So, if you're dealing with depression or joy or anything, it has to be in your body. And most of us, we want to have the good stuff, but we don't want to have what we think is the bad stuff. But the reality is that it's all just feelings. It's not bad. It really isn't. What's bad is the story you're telling about it. The story you're telling yourself about what you're feeling is what makes it bad. But if you can just get to a place where you're not in a story about what you're feeling and you just allow yourself to feel it, it moves. It moves. It's like, that's why we're doing the moon work. And if you understand, we're doing the work with the moon, because if you understand the moon, it is constantly moving. It is, and the moon governs the water in our body, which creates the feelings. The emotions are created by the water in our body. We are 70 to 80% water. And when we allow ourselves to feel, we are feeling the water, the emotion moving through our body. And so if you can engage that at your own pace and really become attuned to what you're feeling without judging it or making it wrong or resisting it, but using it as information. So Sagittarius rules the hips, and this is about your faith. You know, we're living in a world right now that's so interesting because, you know, you have all these commercials, and I see young people getting hip replacements and all this kind of stuff. And I'm like, what is going on? But it's because we're not related to our bodies. We're in our heads, and we're eating stuff that we're not really related to. And, you know, we don't understand how food grows. So we're very disconnected. We're very, you know, this part is over there. Like when you go to the doctor, the heart doctor hasn't even talked to the intestinal doctor, and it's all in the same body, and everybody's so separate. And that is how we are moving through the world, very separate. So the more we become contained within ourselves, connected to ourselves, we build our faith. We begin to trust ourselves. And that is the energy of Sagittarius. Trusting yourself, having faith in who you are, how you function, what you're capable of, and getting, you know, the trick that capitalism and white supremacy has played upon us is that everything is out there. Everything is out there. You need something else. And let me tell you, I got it going on too. I always need another. I need another something. It's in my head. It's like I'll be better when I have another of this. And it's been interesting as a friend of mine has been here helping me clean. I am just like, I do not need another book. I do not need another pair of shoes. I do not need, maybe I need some more plants, but because I killed all the ones that I had before, right? But this external consuming takes us away from this experience, who I really am, what I'm really feeling, what's really happening. And the more we begin to bring it inside, what am I feeling? Why do I feel this? What am I thinking? You build trust with yourself. You build trust with yourself. The same way you would build trust with anybody else, you have to build it with yourself. What do you need? You have to wake up in the morning and ask, what do you need today? Before you go to bed at night, you have to ask yourself, how did you feel today? How are you doing today? You have to ask yourself that, you know, because you're creating relations with you, your body, your soul, your spirit. And as you do that, you will reprogram yourself. Why do you think that? Why do you believe that? Who told you that? Where did that come from? You know, it's when I started really unpacking my race stuff, and I would always say, well, who told me that? White, I would be thinking, oh, I can't stand white people. They're so evil. And I would say, well, who told you that? And then I just would go back and think, like, all these books, my father, there's all this evidence of that. And then I understood that, well, it's all a frequency. So the evidence the external world has to picture back to you what you believe about white people because you believe it. So then I started saying, okay, I believe white people are amazing and kind and loving and generous. And I didn't believe it when I first started saying it because I had so much momentum going in the opposite direction. But as I started understanding that I get to build my reality. And as I started really understanding that, then the things that I started saying to myself, I started trusting myself. And then that starts to be what happens. And so now when I'm encountering white people, they are so kind to me. Oh my God, it's amazing. It is amazing how kind white people are to me. I have some new neighbors that just moved in, but I'm kind to them also. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have that pre-imposed idea that they're out to get me. So I have some new neighbors that just moved next door to me. They're like 35 or something like that. And they're a couple. And they are the sweetest. They are just as sweet as they can be. And the man surfs. And I have spent a lot of time falling off of surfboards. And he was like, well, I'll take you. And their names are Jack and Jane. Jack and Jane. And he was like, I'll take you surfing. And because of the kindness, because I have a new program. It took me a while to program it, but I have a new kindness. And so now they're like, gonna take me surfing. And they're doing all these really sweet things for me because I program my reality. So today with the sun in Aquarius and the moon in Sagittarius, you want to be with your hips, right? Like, so for the list, I have a list from Amazon of things you can get to support this experience and the body. These things are so incredible. And you literally, because a lot of people have hip stuff because we don't have faith. We don't have faith. We don't understand that faith is like eyesight. Faith is like your senses. Faith is a real thing. You know, so I do this to get the lymph and the old energies out of my body. I do these kinds of things. And if you want to get the Amazon list, there are lots of things. The black walnut is on the list. That helps your body begin to detox the parasites. The wild yam, that helps your body begin to harmonize your hormones so that your energy can actually move. You know, these types of things, like all sorts of exercises and things we're going to be doing are, I have information for it. And now that I see that there's TikTok, they're calling it Hillman College Talk on TikTok University. I think I'm going to create a syllabus and really make it, you know, like, because I've been doing this for a while. And what I know is that we have to become different. We can't function on the planet in the same way. Like, it's over with. So I'm here to teach us and myself how to be new, how to renew ourselves, how to become who we really are. And we do that by following the cosmology that is within you that appears like it's outside of you. Because everything outside of us is our projection, y'all. Peace and blessings. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.